It's game 2 between the Creekside Knights and the Bartram Trail Bears, and tonight we take a trip a few miles down the road of Longleaf Pine to Bartram Trail High School, where the Creekside Knights will look to bounce back after a heartbreaking extra innings loss last night to the Bears in a game where Bartram head coach Ryan Fitzpatrick picking up his 100th career win. Bartram Trail trying to build off of that, start a winning streak now, and sweep the Creekside Knights for only the second time in this series history. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. It is a gorgeous night for baseball, 67 degrees. The sun setting behind this first base line and the wind blowing at just 4 miles per hour. This is a matchup that has never really doesn't often disappoint, and last night did not either. It was a classic in the Creekside-Bartram series. Another game that went to extra innings, and for the second straight year, Bartram Trail able to knock off Creekside in extra innings on the road. Last year, the Knights won this game at Bartram by a score of 9-4, and this one, Creekside will have their senior lefty, Nick Romeo, starting out on the mound, who went 8 2/3 against Bartram Trail last year, and an incredible performance that ended in heartbreak for the Creekside Knights, as this one did last night in Game 1 of this series. Creekside will look to bounce back, and Romeo will look for a little bit of revenge after a phenomenal performance last year. He'll hope to get a W tonight. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem, followed by baseball here on Schlick Sports.
Austin Kacherlis. Now the starters for the Creekside Knight. Batting first, number 4, playing left field, Zach Jackson. Batting second, number 3, catching, Connor Belazic. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 7, Tavern Blanton. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 1, Parker Morton. Batting sixth, playing center field, Michael Bisham. Batting seventh, pitching, number 12, Nick Romeo. Batting eighth, number 23, playing third base, Hudson Hyatt. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 9, Josh Huber. Playing shortstop tonight will be number 2, Aiden Benachek. And now let us introduce the non-starters for your Bartram Trail Bears. Number 9, Josh Kelton. Number 10, Chavez Harrison. Number 11, Mason Maurer. Number 14, Moises Devine. Number 15, Logan Wells. Number 16, Colson Baum. Number 21, Croy DeBacco. Number 23, Caleb Brinkley. Number 24, Connor Jones. And number 27, Landon Enders. And now your starters for the Bartram Trail Bears. Leading off, designated hitter number 1, Luke Labby. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 7, Max Wilkerson. Aww. Batting third, playing left field, number 8, Colby Dean. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 5, Dom Cantona. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 17, Jonathan Bay. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 4, Landon Tippy. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 3, Ben Huber. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 2, Bradley Dennis. And batting ninth, catching, number 13, Ryder Uzel. And on the bump tonight for the Bears, number 12, Robbie Hoisington. Your Bears are coached by head coach Ryan Fitzpatrick, assistant coaches Billy Bone, Max Kruder, Blake Myers. Your Creekside Knights head coach is Chris King, assistant coaches Chris Angelo, Darren Lester, Tony Mazzeo, and Robbie McCloskey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and the playing of our national anthem.
It's time for Game 2 of Creekside and Bartram Trail, the Battle of Longleaf Pine. Let's get things started with the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the visiting Creekside Knights. A little bit of a different look for Creekside in this one as they are led off by Zach Jackson, making his first start in a couple of games for Creekside. He's followed by Connor Belazic and Hunter Schlegel. Tavern Blends at Parker Morton and Michael Bysham representing the heart of the order. And 7-8-9, the pitcher, Nick Romeo, then Hudson Hyatt, and Josh Huber. Out on the mound for Bartram Trail, it is Robert Hoisington. Hoisington, the junior, stands at 5'11", 215. He has been off to a fine start to the season. This will be his third assignment. He's gone 9 innings so far. No decisions on the season for him. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned, a 1.56 ERA, a whip at 1 even. He struck out 18 batters in those 9 innings and walked 6. Coming off of a great outing against Nice, his first start of the season, he went 6 innings of 1-hit baseball, not allowing a run, and still earned a no decision as Nice was able to take that game by a score of 3-2. Taking a look at the defense behind Hoisington. In the outfield, it is Colby Dean, Bradley Dennis, and Landon Tippy. John Bay, Max Wilkerson, Finn Huber, and Dominic Cantona across the diamond. Behind the plate, Ryder Uzel, and Hoisington out on the mound. Zach Jackson stepping up to the plate to lead things off for Creekside. He was a consistent contact threat up at the plate last season for Creekside. He's been off to a bit of a slow start to the year, batting just 105 through his first 21 plate appearances. He's back into the lineup for Creekside and looking to get something going. Takes the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. First pitch a little early tonight, 6:29. Saw the coaches meeting start about 6:19, caught me off guard. I had to hurry some things up, getting the broadcast ready as that one at the knees. Jackson takes for a strike. Good curveball there, had Jackson out in front. Hoisington not going to blow you away with velocity. That fastball in the high 70s to low 80s. He's got a changeup in the mid 70s and a curveball right around 70, which he showed there. Good ground ball out to second. Finn Huber makes the play, 1 down. Good contact from Jackson, just right at the second baseman. And that brings out Connor Belazic to the dish. He hit a little 2-game slump and bounced back in a big way last night. He went 3 for 3 and also had a walk in that game, reaching base all 4 times he stepped up to the plate. Takes a pitch out. Belazic with 2 singles and a double in game 1. That batting average up at 480. Trying to keep it going, takes a big swing there, and it's back into the glove of Uzel. Back up the middle and through into center field. Connor Belazic stays hot against Bartram Trail. Make him 4 for 4 now in this series. Another base hit for Belazic and the Creekside Knights. So now Schlegel with 1 on and 1 out. Last night, needed some extra baseball to decide who came out victorious, and in the end it was Bartram Trail by a score of 4-3. Both starters didn't have their prettiest starts, but they got the job done in major ways. Moises Devine had himself a good outing, going 5 2/3, 6 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, but just 2 runs. And Gavin Dupre for Creekside went 5 1/3 before allowing a hit, but at one point he had a no-hitter while he had allowed 10 base runners. Took until the 6th inning for Bartram Trail to finally get to the night's starter in terms of hits. They had already gotten 1 run on the scoreboard. 3 balls now on Schlegel. In the end, it was Bartram Trail who just came up with timely hits late in the game. Creekside had plenty of chances even to walk it off in the 7th inning and just didn't end up making the most of them. 3-0, and it is into the zone. Creekside left 10 on base last night, 7 in scoring position. Bartram Trail left 11 on base, but again, in the 6th, 7th, and 8th, they came up with hits when they needed them. Creekside loaded the bases with just 1 out. And a tie game, this was after they tied it up in the 7th. And couldn't manage to get that winning run home from 3rd. Jonah Leiby is the runner for Belizik out at first. He's breaking for second. This one is down the right field line and fair. Leiby chugging to third, takes the turn for home. He slips and falls and will still make it home standing on the RBI triple from Hunter Schlegel. The Knights DH delivers with the triple in the 1st inning. Creekside striking first, and now Blanzett with a runner on 3rd and 1 gone. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Corners in. Blanzett swings through that pitch, strike 2. He reached base 3 times and drove in the tying run in the 7th last night. The 1-2. Foul tip, strike 3. The goal right there was to put the ball in play and Blanzett down on the strikeout. Strikeouts have come back to hurt Creekside in quite a few games this season. Now with 2 outs, Parker Morton up to the plate. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. The Knights already with the lead. Still a runner on 3rd base, and Morton trying to bring him home. Curveball, called strike. When you got a curveball with that movement, and that's a slow pitch, it'll make that fastball, which Boisington just followed that up with, appear much faster. That curveball's in the 60s. And when you follow that up with a fastball in the low 80s, make it look a couple mile an hour faster. And one thing Hoisington has struggled to do here in the first inning is locate. Another 3-1 count. That's where Schlegel got him for the triple. We'll see what Morton does with it. He draws a walk. Runners at the corners, and this brings up Bisham. Ryan Fitzpatrick will go out and talk to Hoisington on the hill. Fitzpatrick, as previously mentioned, collected his 100th win last night in walk-off fashion, not walk-off fashion, but late inning, game-winning fashion and extra innings. Got a nice Gatorade bath out in left field and was bombarded by that team. Went up and congratulated him as he was working on the field before this game, and he goes, yeah, probably should have got it 5 games ago. Bartram got to win 99, 3-0 start, and then went on a 5-game losing streak, but probably some relief to get that one out of the way now. Creekside did that last year with Chris King, where they got to that win number 99 for him in his career. They wanted to get it bad for him and went on a little losing streak before beating Camden County. First pitch swinging. That's a foul ball from Michael Bisham. And that's one of those situations where everyone knows the significance. Everyone wants to get that win for their coach, and a little weight off the shoulders of everybody out there now that the big 100's out of the way. Morton on the move, going for second. Uzel's throw is bounced it a couple times and went off the glove of Max Wilkerson. Morton into scoring position. I get there's 2 outs in the inning, but not often you see the catcher throw down to second with a runner on third at the high school level. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. Bisham takes away. It's been a long inning for Hoisington. He delivers. Swung on and missed. Bisham behind the fastball, and that ends the inning. Creekside opens up the scoring in the top of the first, but leave 2 in scoring position. Up come the Bartram Trail Bears when we return on Schlick Sports.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Bottom of the first inning, Bartram Trail trailing by 1 as they step up to the plate. Taking a look at the batting order for the Bears. Luke Labby slides up to the leadoff role for Bartram. Max Wilkerson and Colby Dean, 2-3. Cantona, Bay, Tippy, 4-5-6. And to round things out, Huber, Dennis, and Ryder Uzel will get the start and get a chance at the plate after being DH'd for last night. On the mound for Creekside, it is Nick Romeo. Romeo in his junior season had himself an incredible game against Bartram Trail, going 8 2/3, allowing 7 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned. Not often you see the starting pitcher go into extra innings, but he was that good against Bartram Trail last year, and unfortunately ended up with the no decision. Creekside dropped that game by a score of 4-3 in 10 innings. As Luke Labby, the DH, into the leadoff role, will be the first to greet him. Romeo gets a strike on Labby. Nick is coming off of a really nice start against Haggerty, in which he went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 5 while walking 2. This one into right field, and the Knights don't know where it is. Drops down in front of Josh Huber, and it will be a base hit for Labby. Right away, Huber had his arms out, signaling that he didn't know where that ball was. Dropped down in between him and Parker Morton, and Labby, a guy who has been slumping to start the season. The Florida commit came into this one hitting just .115. Sometimes you just need to see one drop and it'll get things going for you. We'll see if that does it for Labby, who kind of had a little chuckle as he got to first base. As the freshman Max Wilkerson taking a strike. First time I've seen Wilkerson facing a lefty, and I'm just now realizing that he's a switch hitter. He had himself the game-winning RBI in last night's contest. Romeo to the plate. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Romeo chuckling out on the mound. Comes set. Serious face now. Goes with the off-speed pitch. This one backhanded by Benechek. Will throw on to first and get Wilkerson. Nice play at short by Benechek for out number 1. Hard ground ball into that 5-6 hole, and nice little diving stop. Gets the backhand, and Labby was able to get into second without a throw. He wouldn't have had a play on him, but does a nice job to quickly transfer that ball into his throwing hand and get it on to first in time, as Colby Dean with the runner in scoring position and 1 out. Bartram left 11 on base last night. Both of these teams had opportunities to score way more than they did. Dean went 1 for 4 with a single and a walk. Lefty on lefty. This one is blooped out towards short. Benechek grabs it for 1. Labby had to hustle back into second base to avoid getting doubled up. Off the bat, I thought that was going to get down in center field, but just didn't have much on it. Benechek able to reach up and pluck that one out of the air, and 2 away for Dominic Cantona. Cantona, the first baseman for Bartram, is caught as well throughout his career. This team has had a few catchers on this roster that are pure hitters. They got to move them around. John Bay has caught in the past for the Bears. Luke Labby, a catcher, as he dives back into second base. He's DHing. And then Robert Uzel made some nice plays behind the plate in last night's contest. Cantona takes ball 1. He is 2 for 5, also reaching 3 times on a walk. He's driven in 2 runs as well this season, coming off of an injury still in his first few games. Golfs this one into right field. Huber in pursuit. He dives and he does not make the catch. It is down, a fair ball, and we are tied after the double by Cantona. Chris King is going out to talk to the umpires, maybe trying to argue it was foul. I lost sight of that ball when Creekside spilled out of the dugout. I saw Huber dive and Creekside react in a way that made me think he caught it. And ends up being an RBI double for Cantona, tying this one back up at 1. 2-out RBIs can be difference makers in any ball game. That's an area where Creekside has struggled. Fun stat I found before the game, or interesting, maybe not fun. Creekside is 3-0 in games where they record at least 1 2-out RBI. The other part of that stat to think about, in 9 games, they've only have a 2-out RBI in 3 of them. They're 1-5 in games where they don't. They left 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the first inning. Bartram Trail comes up with a 2-out ribeye, and John Bay trying to add on. Chops this one down the third baseline. Tough play for Romeo, but he makes it to end the inning. Bartram Trail evens us back up courtesy of the double from Dominic Cantona. 1-1 after 1 on Schlick Sports. Nick Romeo, the Creekside pitcher, leading things off for the Knights in the top of the second inning. Skies one in foul territory that will get down on the third base side. chases the high heat. Got him on 3 pitches. Hoisington went back to that fastball. Romeo couldn't catch up to it. 3rd strikeout of the night already for Hoisington as Hudson Hyatt steps up to the plate. Hyatt's a guy I have my eye on right now. I think he's about to get hot. He put up some good ABs last night. In his 7 plate appearances, he's gotten on base twice. He's struck out only once. He's put the ball in play every other time and just hasn't had one get down for a hit yet. There's a few guys on Creekside, I think. They're doing a nice job of putting the ball in play, and I think it's going to start working out for him pretty soon as John Bay is delivered a glove. He flips it to the shortstop, Wilkerson. A new glove for the shortstop. 0-1 on Hyatt. Called strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. There's that fastball. Strikeout number 4. The right fielder, Huber, after the first 2 men strike out in the inning, takes ball 1 up and in. Strike 1. Hoisington struggled to find the zone a little bit in that first inning, but he's locked in the second. Got a sword right there. The 1-2. Close pitch inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Josh Huber. Trying to strike out the side is Hoisington, and he does. 1-2-3 inning, all via the K. On to the bottom of the second on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning, and real fast. We got a great sunset right there. Beautiful night for baseball. Back to the action. Tippy takes a strike. I've been watching that, and I keep on forgetting that, like, yeah, that'd be a cool shot coming out of the inning. I don't think it's there next inning. Foul ball off the bat of Landon Tippy, falling behind 0-2 on Nick Romeo. Swings and misses at strike 3. So Hoisington striking out the side in the top half of the inning, and now Nick Romeo trying to maybe do the same. Starts off with a strikeout of Tippy. Out to third, off the glove of Hyatt, recovers, throw on to first. Brought Blanzett off the base, and that will allow Huber to reach. I think that's an error right there on Hyatt. That's how I'm going to score that. Hyatt moving on to the edge of the grass. Nice job by Romeo to keep that one from going out towards second base. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Back up the middle towards second. Morton fumbles it. Throw to first will get Bradley Dennis. It does allow Finn Huber to advance into scoring position and keeps the inning alive on one that could have been a double play ball.
Now stepping to the plate for the Bears, number 13, Ryder Uzel.
2 outs, a runner in scoring position, and Uzel to the plate. Uzel got to start catching last night, but was DH for. Misses on the first pitch fastball from Romeo. The 0-1. Got him to golf it that one. Pushes it out down the right field line and foul. Oh, 2 count. Here's Romeo. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bartram gets a base runner on the error. Romeo keeps him quiet and puts a goose egg up on the scoreboard. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Top of the order up at the plate for the Creekside Knights after they got themselves a little stern message from Chris King in between innings. Couple defensive miscues that luckily didn't cost Creekside in the bottom of the second. They now try to respond in the top of the third after striking out all 3 times up at the plate in the second. Creekside has struck out 5 times through the first 2 innings. Zach Jackson at the plate. Hanging curveball hung up above the strike zone. Two balls and a strike. Jackson fouls this one to the backstop. Two balls and 2 strikes. We got ourselves a 1-1 ball game. Each team got 1 in the first and put up a donut in the second. Jackson pops this one into foul territory, drifting foul and out of play. The kick in the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout from the Creekside Knights. That is now 5 in a row from Robert Hoisington. Creekside has got to find a way to put the ball in play. Belizik takes a strike. Pitch goes outside, 1-1. Belizik has reached base in his last 5 plate appearances. Takes a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike is the count on Connor Belizik. I'd be looking fastball right here. Try to do damage with it. There is the heater. It does miss the zone. Belizik digs back into the right-handed batter's box. Hoisington comes set and fires. Fastball swung on and missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Another 3-2. Oh, that one is crushed to left center. It is dangerous. It is gone. Connor Belizik goes deep. Oh my goodness. Did he get a hold of that ball? That one jumped off the bat. Belizik knew it right away. He flipped that bat. Knew that one wasn't coming back. First regular season home run of Connor Belizik's career. And it gives Creekside the lead 2-1. Hoisington maybe a little rattled after that last one, falling behind 3-0 to Hunter Schlegel. Trying to find the zone, and he does. 3 balls and a strike now on the Creekside DH. Ball 4, a 3-2 walk for Hunter Schlegel. Hoisington had struck out 5 in a row. Belizik broke that streak with the bomb. That one probably flew about 380 feet. That was to left center. Cleared the wall by a lot. A half swing from Blanzit. That one drops and skips into left field. That'll do the trick. 3 straight men have now reached base for Creekside. Can they keep it going? Parker Morton, the next man up. Shows bunt, gets it down. That's a good one. It'll be a bunt single for Parker Morton, and the bases are loaded. And now Bysham, after the last 4 have reached, trying to drive in some runs. First pitch swinging, that is fouled away. Curveball not even close. Spikes the 1-1. Good block by Uzel. The 2-1. Popped foul. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bysham struck out his first time up. Trying to put that ball in play here. Hoisington deals, and he misses. Count goes full, 3-2. Bases loaded in a 3-2 count on Michael Bysham. Here's the pitch. Bysham stays alive. Another 3-2. This one is grounded out towards shortstop. Wilkerson dropped it, and everyone will reach base safely. 3-1 Knights. Sometimes all you got to do in high school baseball is put the ball in play, and that is something Michael Bysham has been doing a phenomenal job of lately. Came into this game, and for Bysham, he had a contact rate of 83%, meaning in his at-bats, Bysham put the ball in play 83% of the time. Bases still loaded with one away, and now a 3-1 game. Creekside with the lead. Ball one to Nick Romeo. Second pitch at the knees, strike one. Hoisington had struck out 5 in a row. Now 5 in a row have reached base for the Creekside Knights. Romeo takes inside. He's ahead in the count. Two balls and one strike. Took that high fastball and slammed it foul down that left field side. He's got a swing that looks a little bit like Ichiro Otani, kind of those Japanese swings. It's kind of running out of the batter's box as he swings. The 2-2. Good take. The count runs full. Bases loaded. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, 4-1 Creekside. Creekside with 3 already in the top of the third. Ryan Fitzpatrick out to talk with his pitcher. Just an inning after he struck out the side, he has lost control in the third, and that will do it for Robert Hoisington. 4-1 Knights will meet the new pitcher when we return after this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. It's Colson Baum, who came in and earned the win last night, going an inning and a third, 18 pitches, 2 strikeouts and just clean baseball, as Hudson Hyatt swings and drives one to left. Going back and making the catch in front of the wall is Colby Dean. That will score a run. Everyone advances 90 feet. 5-1 on the sac fly from Hudson Hyatt. He made good contact with that pitch, sent it a long way. And that will more than do the trick to bring another run home. Four runs in, two more in scoring position. Huber shows a 2-out bunt, pulls back and takes the ball. We'll see if he sticks with that now. The third baseman, John Bay, creeping in towards the grass. Showing bunt again. Huber pulls back and takes a strike from Colson Baum. Hanging curve missed away. I've seen a lot of curveballs that have missed up in the zone. Got to be ready to hit those. Fouled back by Huber. 2-2. Two in scoring position and 2 outs. Knights already with a 4-run advantage. Here comes. Curveball froze him. Strike 3. Creekside gets 4, and it all began with a home run off the bat of Connor Belizik. Big inning for Creekside. They now lead 5-1 at Bartram Trail.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Bartram Trail needs a response, and it's Luke Labby, the leadoff man, after a 4-run inning for the Creekside Knights. Bartram Trail was clapping along and enjoying that walk-up song back in the first inning. A little more quiet after that big inning from the Creekside Knights. Drives that one far and deep down that right field line, but foul by a good 40 feet. Labby had a bloop single and scored back in the first. Check to swing. I don't think it would have mattered. That looked like a strike from here. The 0-2. Missing away. A ball and 2 strikes. Romeo to the plate. Chopped up on the infield. Romeo will take it, turns around, fires, and retires Labby for out number 1. Max Wilkerson grounded out to shortstop in his first trip to the plate. Creekside traveled well. I'd say that it's about 50-50 out here. At first pitch, Creekside outnumbered Bartram, but the Bears have filled in quite nicely. This is a very good crowd. Bleachers full. Couple rows of lawn chairs surrounding the backstop. People lining up down each line. 1-1 on Wilkerson. Anytime Wilkerson has come up to the plate in this game, Creekside's chirp squad out here, which, if you're not familiar, are a group of students who come out to the games and have some fun with the opponents. They have been awing the freshman as he steps up to the plate. Three balls and a strike. There's strike two from Nick Romeo. Full count. Wilkerson skies this one to left, drifting back and camping under it is Jackson. He makes the play. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. That brings up Colby Dean. He lined out to shortstop his first time up. A ball and a strike on Colby Dean. Or excuse me, 2-0. Now 2-1. Romeo missing low. Second straight 3-ball count he has fallen into. There's only 2 of the night. He was able to battle back against Wilkerson, trying to find the zone here. Off the inside part of the bat, Hyatt missed it on the glove. It'll be a swinging bunt. Turns into an infield single for Colby Dean. Bartram Trail has now come up to the plate in 11 innings against the Creekside Knights. A runner has reached base in every single inning. They keep finding ways to put pressure on Knights pitchers and get traffic on the bases as Cantona might make him pay for it. High and deep to right. That ball is off the wall. Huber fields it, throws to Morton, the cutoff man. They are sending Dean home, and he will score without a throw. The second RBI double of the game for Dominic Cantona, and it is now 5-2. John Bay with a runner in scoring position. Cantona getting this back to a 3-run game, and Bartram, that's big for them being able to come up with a response, even if it is only the 1 run in the bottom of the third, which John Bay, a big-time threat to make it 2, at least. Grounds this one to third. It's off the foot of Hyatt. There will be no play. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Really important that Bartram Trail able to get a run back after a 4-run inning. And now Nick Romeo is searching for a 3rd out. Landon Tippy to the plate. He was hit by 2 pitches yesterday. Sends that one foul. Heard from my cameraman, Matt, shout out Matt, who has a class with Tippy. He's got a couple good-sized bruises on his arm after last night. Foul tip, strike 2. Struck out his first time up at the plate. Two on, 2 out, 2 strikes. Just a little high from Romeo. The 1-2 is slashed down the right field line. It is a fair ball. 1 run scores. Bay will be held up at second. And RBI single for Landon Tippy. It is 5-3. Chris King will go out and talk to Romeo on the bump. You could argue that this inning should be over by now. Creekside made a couple defensive mistakes, one that looked like a miscommunication and one just that was mishandled by Hyatt at third. And the heart of the order has done its job. Dean got the single. Cantona drove him in with the double. John Bay with the single, moving runners to the corners, and Tippy able to bring in Cantona. The tying run is on first base for Bartram Trail. Just the bottom of the third inning. And it's 5-3. Finn Huber reached on an error his first time up. He takes a ball. Romeo now trying to do a little damage control out on the mound. Keep anything else from being put on the scoreboard. That one to right. Huber coming in, makes the catch to end the inning. Bartram Trail responds to Creekside's 4 in the top of the third with 2 of their own in the bottom half of the inning. We got a high-scoring ball game so far, 5-3 after 3 on Schlick Sports. Zach Jackson led off the 4-run third inning for the Creekside Knights, and he'll do it again in the fourth. 5-3 8 runs between these two teams after 3 innings. Colson Baum, who relieved the starter Robert Hoisington, is back out on the mound. Jackson takes this one to right, and it is down for a base hit. Jackson made good contact his first time up, went down via the strikeout in the 3rd. Takes that one the opposite way. Good contact again. This time it falls down for a base hit. That brings up Connor Belizik. He had that home run which kick-started that rally an inning ago. An absolute moonshot to left center field. What's he got in store here? Pops this one foul and out of play. The 0-1, down and away. I'd say it's a fair assessment to say Colson Baum, pretty talented with that arm. Starting quarterback at Bartram Trail. Had himself a nice season. Kind of had a quarterback battle, ended up the starter by the end of it, and is looking to be the starter next year. Had himself a good outing against Creekside last night. Off to a good start on the mound this season. 1-2 on Belizik. Drives this one to right. That one is back towards the wall. That one is off the wall. Belizik cruises into second. Jackson into third. It is a double for Connor Belizik. Creekside Doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. You know, I think it might be time to sound the alarm. Connor Belizik is a triple away from the cycle. He's got a triple this season, and this is a yard where we've already seen one tonight. Hunter Schlegel takes a ball. He was the one who had that triple his first time up. 2 in scoring position, nobody out in the top of the 4th. Up and in on Schlegel. 2-0. Slashed foul out on that left field side. Two balls and a strike to Hunter Schlegel. Hanging curve, one that Schlegel probably wishes he had back. And I've been using that description a lot, hanging curveballs, but there have been a crap ton of them. The 2-2. Curveball, that one way up and away. Full count on Schlegel. Tavern Blanzett is on deck. Ball 4. Schlegel now has reached base 3 times, 2 times on a walk, once on a triple. That brings up Blanzett. He singled and scored in the 3rd. There is an arm up in the bullpen for Bartram Trail as Ryan Fitzpatrick will go talk to Colson Baum. We'll see if they decide to stick with Colson. They do not. It's time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Top of the fourth inning, and we've got another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Biselli Agency. And it is Logan Wells on for Bartram Trail. Wells making his 5th appearance of the season. He's gone 7 1/3, giving up 8 runs, all of them earned, striking out 13 while walking 5 and hitting 3. Opponents hitting .290 against the junior southpaw. It'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Tavern Blanzick coming up to the plate after the walk to Schlegel. Creekside got this inning started off with a single by Jackson, a double by Belizik, a walk from Schlegel, bases loaded, nobody out. Creekside already with a 2-run lead. First pitch to Blanzick is outside for a ball. The 1-0. Blanzick takes a strike. He singled his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. Line drive, hard off the bat, but foul. Set is Wells. He delivers. High chopper towards first. Throw will go home and beat Jackson by a step. 1 away. Nice job by Cantona. Charging in on that one. Made the flip to Uzel. That brings up Morton. Bases still loaded, now 1 away. He's reached on a walk and a bunt single. Takes one he thought was inside. Ends up a called strike. Ball 1 to Morton. Corner infielders playing in. Popped up down the first base side. Cantona running after it, makes the catch, and they hold up the runner on third. Livey thought about tagging, thought better of it. Nice job by Logan Wells. He gets 2 outs, now looking for number 3 to strand the bases loaded. It's Michael Bysham. He drove in a run his last time up. The first pitch, swung on and put out into right center. That one is down. Libby scores. Schlegel heading to the plate. He will score. Michael Bysham in with a single, lands it to third with 2 outs. Mike Bysham delivers. 7-3 Creekside. And there's that big 2-out RBI. And a big-time momentum play right there. If Bartram gets that 3rd out, that is absolutely huge for them in this game. Creekside able to get a couple runs after loading the bases with nobody out. Romeo trying to give himself a little more run support out on the mound. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Uzel. Bysham will advance to second. Two runners in scoring position now with 2 outs. The 1-0 to Romeo. Up the middle, and that one is into center. Both runs will score. It is an RBI single for Nick Romeo. 9-3 Knights. Back-to-back 2-out singles bring home 4 runs. Hudson Hyatt had a sac fly his last time up. Romeo, who's being run for by Cackle-Reese, goes for second, and Cackle-Reese is out to end the inning. Creekside, for the second straight inning, puts 4 up on the scoreboard. 9-3 Knights on Schlick Sports.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brent and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Number 2, Bradley Dennis.
9-3, Creekside has put up 8 runs in the last 2 innings, and that's got to feel good for Nick Romeo out on the mound. He's got 8-9-1 coming up in the 4th. Trying to keep this momentum going strong for the Creekside Knights. First pitch to Bradley Dennis is a ball. 1-0 bounces on the plate. 2 balls and no strikes on Dennis. As I mentioned, Creekside came into this one 3-0 in games where they deliver with 2-out RBI. Creekside had 4 in the top half of this inning. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. One out in the bottom of the 4th. Bringing up the catcher, Ryder Uzel. First pitch swinging, grounds this one off the glove of Hudson Hyatt. Good effort to keep that one out of left field. It ends up being a base hit for Uzel. His first hit of the season. Chavez Hairston, the freshman, will be the courtesy runner. Luke Labby up to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. The 2-0 from Romeo. Curveball, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Strike 1 to Luke Labby. He'll have to restrap that shin guard and step back into the batter's box. Count has gone full, 3-2. Full count, he did not go. Ball 4.
Now batting for the Bears, number 7, Max Wilkerson.
So a single and a walk puts runners on first and second with 1 out. The freshman Wilkerson is 0 for 2 on the day, trying to put that behind him. First pitch strike. A ground out and a fly out on the line for Wilkerson. Romeo's 0-1. Would have been a strike, but a late called time granted for Max Wilkerson. Ground ball up the middle and into center field. Rounding third and heading for home is Hairston. It's a good throw, and they would have got him, but the ball came out of the glove of Belizik. Great throw from Michael Bysham. Belizik unable to finish it off, and seems like he might be, can't tell if he's disappointed or hurt after that one. Nine 4. Dean singled and scored last inning. Runners at the corners with one out. First pitch, strike. You know what would be really funny? Is last year Creekside, in the game at Creekside, Bartram Trail won that one in extra innings 4-3. This year they won in extra innings 4-3. And last year at Bartram Trail, Creekside won 9-4. That's where we're at right now. Romeo trying to keep it that way, 0-1. Ground ball, foul, 0-2. Maybe we're just running it back for another season, you know? Two on, one out, the 0-2. Chopped high in the air, overblands it into right field. So we are not running it back for another season. It is 9-5. Colby Dean with the bouncer brings in a run, makes it 9-5. Cantona 2 for 2 with 2 RBI doubles. And if he can get on, John Bay represents the tying run on deck. This one is far from over. Just the bottom of the fourth inning, and it is 9-5. Romeo with the pitch. Gets a strike across the plate. Jumps ahead 0-1 on Dominic Cantona. Cantona has reached base in all but one plate appearance against the Creekside Knights this year. Takes strike 2. The last 4 men have reached. Romeo trying to put an end to that streak. Takes a pickoff move, and Wilkerson back in time at second base. Romeo gets his sign, comes set. Stride towards the plate. Ground ball that is off the glove of Hyatt, and it will score another run. It has not been the prettiest night for Hyatt at third base. That's one he probably should have had. Now 9-6. John Bay, the tying run up at the plate. Creekside still sticking with Romeo. First pitch to John Bay is a ball. Takes down and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Morton will go out and talk to Romeo on the pitcher's mound. The 2-0, strike 1. Grounded up the middle, and that one bounces off the glove of Benechek. Another run scores, 9-7, and the tying run on first base. Not sure if that one's going to you. There's no official scoring right now. They're not scoring it on Game Changer. Is that an error or a hit right there? Error? High school hit. Another one that Creekside should have had. I mean, the inning should probably be over right now. Instead, still 1 out. Tying run on first, and Creekside still leaving Romeo out there. Ball at the shins of Landon Tippy. The bats have come alive for Bartram Trail. They entered this series hitting .201. They've done a nice job these past couple games against Creekside. I think getting Cantona back, obviously a big piece to this lineup, as Tippy looking silly there on that strike 3 swing. 2 gone.
Now coming to the plate for the Bears, number 3, Ben Huber.
Half swing out towards Romeo. Throw on to first is high. Blanzik couldn't hang on. Coming home and scoring is Cantona. Creekside just shooting themselves in the foot over and over on the defensive side of the ball. Their 3rd error of the inning.
Now batting for your Bears, number 2, Bradley Dennis.
Now the tying run in scoring position. Bradley Dennis, who led off this inning with a strikeout, will step up. Nine, 8 in the bottom of the 4th. Two on, 2 out. Ball 1. I heard someone behind me say at this rate the game's going to end at 9:30. Someone disagreed and said 10. I'll go right in between, say 9:45. No idea what the pitch count is for Nick Romeo right now, but 82. Creekside calling for water. Did Romeo get sick? He was hunched over. Romeo, after a little pause, hopefully he's okay. A ball and a strike with 2 outs. Now a ball and a strike. Romeo just said to his catcher, Belizik, I can't see. Got his hands on his head. I'm not sure why he's still pitching right now. Takes a deep breath. Comes set. And delivers. Fires a strike. He talked with Belizik. He knows what he's throwing right here. The 1-2. Curveball. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 out. 1-run ball game in the bottom of the 4th. Romeo shakes off a sign. Fastball, did he go? I think he did. They say he did not. He went there. That was a pretty clear. That's a big missed call there with 2 strikes. The 3-2 from Romeo. Runners on the move, and he got him swinging. Drop third strike. A race to first, the throw in time. A long 4th inning comes to a close. 9-8, 1-run ball game as we hit the 5th. Top of the 5th inning, and it has been an eventful evening. We've played 4 innings, and we've had 17 runs. Bryce Wade hitting for Hudson Hyatt. A JV call-up. Wade making his first plate appearance of his varsity career. Takes ball 2. Behind on that heater. Logan Wells still out on the mound. Ball 3 to Bryce Wade. Full count. Here's the offering. Skied to center. Dennis makes the catch. 1 out in the 5th. Jonah Leiby will hit for Creekside. 59 degrees. The temperature has dropped about 10 degrees since I arrived at Bartram Trail earlier. Clearly, the little chill just got to me there. See a lot of people bundling up. A lot of blankets out here. Man, I wish I had one right now. It's humid, which makes it worse. And the little breeze, it's not much of a breeze, but it's enough where you feel it. I'm from Iowa. I should be better than this. It's 59 degrees in the beginning of March. What a beautiful night. Jonah Leiby in a 2-0 count. Swings at that one for a strike. Leadoff man Jackson on deck. The 2-1. Checked his swing. They say he went. In on the hands, Leiby fights it off, stays alive. Creekside has put up 4 runs in each of the last 2 innings. Leiby trying to set the table in the 5th. Unable to do so, he strikes out. And that brings up Zach Jackson. Base is empty, first 2 men down in the inning for Creekside. Jackson singled his last time up. Connor Belizik on deck. Has reached each of his last 7 times. And is a triple away from the cycle. Jackson did a nice job going the other way last time up. Singled to right. Takes this one up and in and fouls it onto the, right now, lacrosse practice fields. The 1-2. Oh, that one I think came up and caught Jackson in the around the face area on the bounce. Just put his fist to his cheek. Hope he's all right. That came up with a good amount of velocity, too. Fights it off and gets back into the batter's box. Two-strike pitch. That's down and in. Nearly got him. That was an interesting challenge by Uzel. I think Zach Jackson took that bat about 3 inches off his shoulder. Did he go? I don't think he did. The 2-2. Make it 3-2. Zach Jackson battling. He's worked the count full. Wells to the plate. And another foul ball. This will be pitch number 8 of this plate appearance coming up. Zach Jackson had a plate appearance earlier this year in which he battled out well over 10 pitches. I think he was somewhere around 15. 3-2, he walked him. Great job by Zach Jackson. Draws the walk, gets on base, and that brings up Connor Belizik. I mean, at this rate, I'd be considering intentionally walking him if I'm Bartram Trail. You'd put a runner in scoring position right here, but this is not a guy that they want to pitch to right now. A single, a home run, and a double on the line today for Connor Belizik. First pitch swinging, strike one. I feel a little bit better now about being chilly. Another former Northerner, Brent Martineau, coming over for an extra layer. Chopped towards third. John Bay is charging, and he will not have a play. Belizik 4 for 4. Now Hunter Schlegel with 2 on and 2 out. Creekside leading by 1, but Bartram Trail has put up 7 runs in the last 2 innings. Schlegel has tripled and walked twice. He has scored 2 runs in this game. First pitch down in the dirt. Jackson on second. Williams running for Belizik on first. Strike 1 to Hunter Schlegel. Offers at that one. Couldn't do anything with it. 2 on, 2 out, and 2 strikes. Wells shakes off a sign. Makes his move to the plate. Down low, it's a double steal, and both runners advance safely. Now 2 in scoring position. Wells does now have a base open on first. It's another lefty on deck in Blanzett. Two-two pitch down and away. Scooted away from Uzel, but not far enough for Jackson to try and move to home. Go, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The delivery. Up high, ball 4, bases loaded. Tavern Blanzett with the bases juiced. The infield will come in to meet with Logan Wells. Top of the 5th inning. Creekside plated 4 runs in the 4th. All of them came with 2 outs. Blanzett reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. First pitch to Blanzett, swung on and sent to first. Cantona will make the play and end the inning. Creekside loads him up with 2 outs, but can't get anything home. Still 9-8 as we play on to the bottom of the 5th. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget, the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Will Wood is on in relief of Nick Romeo, who is currently in line for the win. Moises Devine hitting for Ryder Uzel. Bartram Trail down by 1, going up against the freshman. Wood came in against Spruce Creek earlier this week. Did a nice job against that Hawks lineup. Went 1 2/3, allowing 1 run. Moises Devine, who got the start last night on the mound for Bartram Trail. At the plate, he went 0 for 4. Excuse me, 0 for 3. He's pinch hit for in the 7th. Swings and fights one off, staying alive in a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, bounced off the plate and foul. Will Wood is making his 3rd appearance of the season. Pitching change is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Fouled off the light pole, still 2-2. Wood in 4 1/3 has got a 2-0 record. A 1.62 ERA. He struck out 2 while walking 1. Close pitch in and out of the glove of Belizik. Tried to frame that one up and couldn't hang on to it. "3-2 is grounded out towards short. Diving stop, throw to first, not gonna be in time. Looks like a defensive substitution. Tony Romeo is out at short. Parker Morton over to 3rd. And Bryce Wade is at 2nd. Leadoff man on base with the single. Luke Labby takes a pitch low. Oh, that one, if it was a good throw, it would have got him. Took Blanzett to the back of the base, and he had to stop that one, which bounced in front of him from getting down the right field line. Runner on first is Devine. Pickoff move, he is back in time. Labby is 1 for 2, reaching on a single, grounding out and walking. Strike at the knees. 1-1. Fouled away. Will Wood works another man into a 2-strike count. Will, the brother of former Creekside wide receiver, also played a little tight end, I think, Paul Wood. Takes a pitch up and in and works it into left. Nice piece of hitting there by Luke Labby. Puts the tying run in scoring position for Bartram Trail. That brings up Wilkerson, freshman on freshman. Who will prevail? Max Wilkerson is 1 for 3. Singled in a run and scored in the 4th. Tavern Blanzett, the first baseman, playing in. Same with Parker Morton, expecting a bunt. Wilkerson choking up way high on the bat. Shows bunt. It's a strike. He pulls back and falls behind in the count. Again, trying to lay down a bunt. He fouls that one away. Two strikes on Wilkerson. We'll see if they still try to elect for the bunt or if he's got the green light to swing away. Those were two not-so-great bunt attempts to get things started. Not sure how confident Ryan Fitzpatrick is feeling about Wilkerson getting a bunt down with two strikes. You're running a risk there of a potential strikeout. He did step up with that barrel of the bat in his left hand. Looks ready to hit. He was looking to swing, took a pitch low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big time count here. Will Wood searching for out number 1 in the 5th. Goes up and in with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Max Wilkerson. Here's the pitch. Golfed to right. Josh Huber in pursuit, makes the catch. Runners will stay put, 1 away. There's a big out number 1. That brings up Colby Dean. He singled his last 2 times up. And then, of course, Cantona, an imposing figure on deck. First pitch, Dean takes for a ball, and Connor Belzic quick to run out and talk to Will Wood on the mound. Doesn't want to fall behind in the count. 2-0. But he does. Great hitter's count now for Colby Dean. He knows that Will Wood does not want to load those bases up for Cantona. Swing and a miss at strike 1. If Colby Dean does reach base and via hit or a walk, that would move the go-ahead run into scoring position as well. 3 balls and a strike on Colby Dean. I'd be ready to hit right here. He's probably going to get a pretty good pitch. Wood is set. Steps off. Here's his 3-1. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Dominic Cantona.
Now stepping to the plate for the Bears, number 5, Dom Cantona.
It doesn't appear to me right now that Will Wood is pitching with too much confidence. And I think Chris King sees that. He will make a move to his bullpen. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Bases loaded. Tying run on third. Go-ahead run on second for Bartram Trail. They have not led yet in this game, but they've got a golden opportunity to do exactly that. When we return after this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bases loaded, one out for Dominic Cantona. And Reese Knight is the man tasked with coming up with outs 2 and 3 for Creekside and trying to hold the lead. Corner infielders playing in are Blanzett and Morton. Just the second appearance of the season for Reese Knight. 1-0, called ball 2. Up and in, 3-0. And the pressure is now on Reese Knight. He's got to throw a strike, or this game's tied. That Creekside dugout looking anxious. They once led by a score of 9-3. We're one pitch away from being tied up, or potentially more. Strike one. Knight comes set. And fires. That hit him, and we are tied. Nine to 9. Bartram Trail with 6 unanswered runs. And one batter will be it for Reese Knight. Another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call
417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Tie ball game, and it's Christian Rodriguez in this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Bases loaded, 1 out, tie game. John Bay at the plate, swings and misses at strike 1. Rodriguez entered in the 7th last night. Allowed 2 hits and gave up a run. Trying to bounce back, the 0-1. Down low for a ball. John Bay reached on an error his last time up. Takes a ball low, 2-1. Up the middle and into center. Bartram will score at least 1. That's all they're going to get for now. Bartram Trail with their first lead of the game, 10-9.
Now coming to the plate, number 4, Landon Tippy.
Tippy with a chance to add more. Bartram Trail has only swept Creekside once before. That was 2022. Strike 1 to Landon Tippy. And they've done such a good job with runners in scoring position tonight. It seems like anytime they get a runner on, they're going to score. Swing and a miss from Landon Tippy, 0-2 the count. Rodriguez will step off, collect himself. The 0-2. Blooped out into shallow center. Bisham coming in, makes the catch. They are sending the runner home. No, he only went halfway. He would have been toast had he gone. 2 outs. Now a 1-run lead for Bartram Trail. Finn Huber coming up. Huber 0 for 3, reaching twice on errors tonight. Huber came into this one hitting .267 with 1 home run, tied for the team lead with 5 RBIs. Bases loaded, 2 away. First pitch, ball 1. Rodriguez gets that one fouled back right in front of us. I probably should have done more to protect my computer right there. That thing's 6 inches higher on the bounce, and I am toast. And you guys are not watching the rest of this broadcast, most likely. Curveball sent back to Rodriguez. He flips on to Blanzett, and that ends the inning. Bartram Trail comes up with 2 in the bottom of the 5th. It is 10-9, first lead of the night for the Bears. They have come back 9-3.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Creekside trailing for the first time in this game, top of the 6th inning. And just like that, a game that they were once in clear control of, they are now on the ropes. Parker Morton leading things off for him in the 6th. Pops one foul and out of play. Strike 1. Morton showing bunt, gets it down. Bay charging. It's a collision between Wells and Bay. Both are down. Morton took the turn but decides to stay put. And those guys still down. That is not a good sight. Both now back up on their feet. Bay is holding on to his shoulder. And it looks like Logan Webb is doing all right. He's going back towards the mound. John Bay picking up his glove, and he will stay in the game. So a good sign there as both Bay and Logan Webb look to be okay and will continue on in game 2 for the Battle of Longleaf Pine. Webb throwing a couple pitches off the mound. The tying run now on first base for Creekside. And that brings up Bisham. He had a 2-run single his last time up in the 4th. John Bay playing in, expecting bunt. Bisham does exactly the opposite. Laces a base hit to left. First 2-man reach on singles, and that brings up Nick Romeo. Romeo is 1 for 2. He's got 3 RBIs. Showing bunt all the way. Pulls back and takes a ball down and away. Romeo gets down the bunt, and oh, that is beautiful. A no-doubt bunt single when everyone knew it was coming. What a piece of hitting from Nick Romeo. And now it is Bryce Wade with the bases loaded, nobody out. Heck, I'd bunt again. You got to force at home, but shoot, I think that Bartram's just had such a tough time defending against the bunt. I'd lay one down. Morton's got good speed on third. And Bryce Wade will see a different arm. Back after this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. This pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Bryce Wade with the bases loaded, facing the new arm, Connor Jones. As, Ryder Uzel took that ball to a not-so-great area. Uzel being checked on by the coaches, getting a moment to breathe here. Now stretching out a little bit.
Hey, Matt. I think it's imagine like you're a relative watching and like your kid's hurt and you don't know what
Uzel is back up on his feet now, which is good to see. Connor Jones tossing with his second baseman, Finn Huber, trying to stay warm on a chilly night. Uzel still with his hands on his head. And he looks like he will continue. Looks good now. Everyone's chuckling about it. That's the good stage of this, you know. We've kind of got like, you see a few of these every year with the catchers specifically. I feel like there's 3 stages to it. The initial, that doesn't feel good whatsoever. Like everyone kind of cringes and knows. And then you wait, hope he's okay. And then, like you can, kind of breathe a sigh of relief for the guy once you see everyone start to chuckle about it, Uzel getting ready behind the plate. He will continue. Bases loaded for Bryce Wade, a 1-0 count against Connor Jones. The guy Creekside saw last night. He gave up 1 run in 1 inning pitched. 2-0 on Bryce Wade, just his second varsity plate appearance. In a big-time spot in the Battle of Longleaf Pine. Takes a strike. The tying run on third. Feel like I say the same thing anytime bases loaded, nobody out. Don't strike out. 2-1 in the zone for strike 2. Got to be ready to hit now with 2 strikes. Jonah Leiby on deck. In on the hands, fights it into the Creekside dugout. Everyone dodged the bullet. Another 2-2, and Bryce Wade swung at one at his chin for out number 1. Now it's Leiby. He struck out swinging his first time up. I believe he's into the game and right now as well. Ball 1, strike 1. That one looked a little outside from the way Uzel caught it. I'll defer to Chris King. Creekside making noise. Oh, 1. That one was in the mitt when Libby swung. 0-2 count. Jones missing down and away. The 1-2. Fought off. I think that one hit the taping on Libby's bat. That was a weird sound. Big 2-strike offering. Did he go? Yes, he did. I think Libby just broke the plane of the plate before pulling it back. Now bases loaded, 2 outs after back-to-back strikeouts. Zach Jackson takes a pitch outside. Jackson has singled and walked so far. Takes this one, chops it up the middle. Wilkerson, throw on to first, is in time. Creekside loads the bases with nobody out and leaves them stranded. Still down by 1 as we enter the bottom of the 6th.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Time now for another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Hudson Hyatt on in relief for Creekside in the bottom of the 6th inning. He gets ready to face Dennis. And it's going to be Uzel instead of Devine, who had previously pinch hit for him, and Labby due up 8-9-1. Hyatt making his third appearance of the season. Struggled in his first few, had a really good freshman season on the mound. First pitch, strike to Bradley Dennis. Dennis 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts in this one. Close pitch missing, 1-1. This game is closing in on the 2.5-hour mark. Kicked off at 6:29. 19 runs between the two teams, and with the way things are going, good chance not done yet. Belichick with a quick meeting on the mound with Hudson Hyatt. Two one, sent to right. That one is down in front of Libby for a base hit. Leadoff man reaches on a single. And it's back to the catcher, Uzel. This is the most runs Creekside has given up since April 19th of last year. They gave up 11 to University Christian. Just a night where defense has struggled at times when Creekside's needed it. Popping up the bunt, foul is Uzel, strike one. One on, nobody out. Uzel singled his last time up. Trying to give himself up, get that runner into scoring position. Belichick back pick down the right field line. And they are lucky that Dennis is not on second base right now. The 1-1 count on Uzel. Hasn't shown bunt yet. Hyatt comes set. There it is. Lays it down the first base side. Hyatt struggles to field it. And it is a bunt single. This one is getting ugly. Back to the top of the order. I think Creekside, some people yelling that he hit the ball. I don't see him touching it. But then again, people seem fairly convinced over here. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Labby. Swung on, fouled away. There will be no play for Labby out in right field. 1-1 is the count. Hyatt with the pitch. Skied in the air on the infield. Hyatt, the pitcher, will make the catch. 1 away. I feel like Creekside is pretty crucial here that they put up a 0 for confidence and just to make sure this is still a 1-run game in the 7th. Obviously, you don't want that deficit to be any larger, but really just mentally, right now, 1 run is a big difference from 2, especially after leaving the bases loaded in the 6th. First pitch, ball high to Wilkerson. In the dirt, runners trying to go for it. Sidearm sling to third will not be in time. And ended up just being Bradley Dennis, the runner who is on second, trying to advance, and he takes third, so runners at the corners in a 2-0 count. Score update from softball over there. Creekside, who was trailing by a score of 3-1 in the 7th inning, put up 4 runs. From what I'm hearing, a 3-run home run, and they now have a 5-3 lead. Creekside baseball trying to channel some of that comeback energy from 50 yards away. Hyatt's 3-0. Back into the zone. Strike 1. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. 6-4. They won't get the double play. So a run will score on the fielder's choice. Now 11-9. That brings up Colby Dean. He singled twice, lined out, and walked. He does have an RBI on his line as well. First pitch below the knees for a ball. This has got to be up there as one of the longest high school baseball games I've called. Hyatt with a pickoff move. Not going to get Wilkerson there. Creekside does have 2, 3, 4 coming up. They're not out of it. That one will be into the Bartram Trail bleachers. Strike 1. Belizik will lead things off for Creekside in the bottom half of the inning. He has 4 hits, including a home run. Hunter Schlegel has reached base 4 times. He would be on deck. Tavern Blanchett in the hole has reached base twice. Hyatt with the 1-1. Another foul ball. Works Colby Dean to 2 strikes. Hyatt toes the rubber. Taking his sign from Belizik. Here's the 1-2. Popped up on the infield. Foul territory. Belizik under it. Makes the catch to end the inning. Bartram Trail adds 1 more in the bottom of the 6th. They've got a 2-run lead. Creekside led off by Connor Belizik in their last chance when we return on Schlick Sports.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy.
Connor Belizik leading things off for Creekside here in the top of the 7th inning. All 3 men set up to take on Connor Jones, reached base against him in the 7th inning yesterday. Nice play with the glove, flashing the leather, retires Belizik for the first time this series. 1 away, that brings up Hunter Schlegel. He's walked 3 times and tripled in this game. Strike 1, that awkward submarine-ish delivery. Tough to handle for both sides. I'd imagine a little better for a righty, or excuse me, a lefty. As those righties, it seems like it's going to hit you out of the hand. Schlegel swings through that one, 0-2. Two-strike count. Jones shaking off a couple signs. Comes set and delivers. Down the third baseline, just foul. Still 0-2. Jones only gave up 1 hit, but allowed 5 base runners in the 7th inning yesterday. Been a little more controlled so far. Inside, nearly got Schlegel. Chris King down the third baseline, shaking his head. I know exactly what he's thinking. You got to wear that. 1-2. Down the third baseline. Handled by Bay. Throw is in time. The tag applied by Cantona. Creekside down to their final out. This would just be the 2nd sweep all-time for Bartram Trail in a season series against Creekside. Their only other one came 3 years ago in 2022. Blanzett swings and misses at strike 1. At one point, the Bears trailed in this one by a score of 9-3. They battled back with 8 unanswered runs. Up and in, 1-1 on Blanzett. And on the hands, fights it back. Creekside down to their final strike. Here's the pitch. Out to shortstop Wilkerson to first, and Bartram Trail comes back from down 9-3 and knock off the Creekside Knights in a game that lasted 2 hours and 50 minutes. Wow. Quite the series this year. Creekside left opportunities on the table. They left the bases loaded, just couldn't get the job done. Defensive miscues hurting the Knights. And in the end, they fall 11-9 to Bartram Trail. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight. Back with more Creekside baseball next week starting on Tuesday. I will see you then, but until I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off saying